Have you ever wondered what it looks like when money stops being just money and becomes pure, unadulterated power? Imagine a place where a $50,000 hotel suite for a single night is considered a casual expense, where $1 million hypercars are as common as taxis, and where champagne flows not just from bottles, but from fountains. This isn't a fantasy or a scene from a Hollywood blockbuster. This is just another Tuesday in Monaco, the glittering jewel of the French Riviera. But the real story isn't about the principality itself. It's about the women who rule it. Forget what you think you know about wealth. We're about to step into a world where luxury is just the beginning and influence is the ultimate currency. In this tiny, 2 square kilometer sovereign state, a unique breed of woman holds court. They are not merely rich. They are the living, breathing embodiment of status itself. These are not the wives of powerful men, passively enjoying the fruits of someone else's labor. They are tech moguls who built their empires from a single line of code, heiresses to dynasties that have shaped global commerce for generations, and self-made entrepreneurs who carved their own paths to the pinnacle of success. They have transformed Monaco from a playground for the wealthy into the world's most glamorous and exclusive power stage. Here, every handshake, every air kiss, and every shared glass of vintage champagne carries the weight of billion-dollar decisions. It's a world where influence is woven into the very fabric of society, and these women are the master weavers. Look around the iconic Casino Square and you'll notice that supercars are not just a mode of transport. They are accessories, as personal and curated as a couture handbag. A Bugatti Chiron or a bespoke Rolls-Royce is unparked to show off it as a carefully chosen expression of personality. We're talking about vehicles that have been custom painted to match a favorite shade of lipstick. Interiors lined with exotic materials sourced from private reserves and dashboards detailed with diamonds. These incredible machines are driven casually, not just to glamorous galas, but to a morning spa appointment or a quiet lunch with friends. In Monaco, your car is your calling card, a silent announcement of your taste, your audacity, and your place in the hierarchy. It's a subtle language of power, and these women speak it fluently, using horsepower and chrome to make statements that resonate far beyond the rev of an engine. When the roar of engines truly takes over the principality, it can only mean one thing: the Monaco Grand Prix. For most of the world, it's a legendary race, a spectacle of speed and daring. But for Monaco's queens, it's their personal playground. They don't just watch from a VIP box. They own the magnificent super yachts that the television cameras pan across. The ones moored so close to the track, you can practically feel the vibrations of the cars. These floating palaces become the epicenters of the Grand Prix weekend, hosting the most exclusive parties where drivers, celebrities, and global CEOs mingle. In some cases, their involvement goes even deeper. It's not unheard of for these women to have a direct stake in the very racing teams competing on the streets below. They aren't just spectators in the game, they're the ones who own the board. Out on the shimmering Mediterranean, their power finds its most spectacular expression. The super yachts anchored in Port Hercules are more than just boats. They are floating palaces, each one a testament to limitless imagination and even more limitless bank accounts. We're talking about vessels costing upwards of $300 million, equipped with every conceivable luxury. Infinity pools that seem to merge with the sea, personal Michelin-starred chefs ready to craft any dish at a moment's notice, and onboard cinemas that rival commercial theaters. These yachts host private concerts with Grammy-winning artists and become the venues for parties where high fashion, priceless art, and billion-dollar business deals blend seamlessly. Each gathering is a perfectly orchestrated affair, a dazzling mix of couture gowns, endless streams of champagne, and conversations that have the power to shift global markets before the sun rises. Back on land, their influence is channeled through events that are as strategic as they are glamorous. The annual Bal de la Rose, for example, is far more than just a charity gala. It is the pinnacle of Monaco's social calendar, a night where elegance and influence converge under a shower of thousands of roses. Securing a table can cost $50,000, a small price to pay for an evening surrounded by royalty, industry titans, and cultural icons. The women who attend don't just wear Dior and Chanel. They are often personal friends of the designers. And while the cameras focus on the fairy tale-like decor and the dazzling jewels, the real action happens in hushed conversations. Behind the smiles and polite applause, mergers are whispered, collaborations are forged, and alliances are sealed that can redefine entire industries. This is where philanthropy becomes a power play, and a night of giving is also a night of gaining. But perhaps the most profound lesson one learns in Monaco is that true power is rarely loud. It isn't found in the roar of a supercar or the pop of a champagne cork. It resides in the quiet, decisive moments that happen far from the public eye. It's sealed behind the soundproof doors of a yacht stateroom or in the serene gardens of a private villa overlooking the endless blue of the Mediterranean. It's in the understated confidence of a woman who knows her worth, isn't measured by the diamonds she wears, but by the weight of her word. In this world, a single handshake can move markets, a quiet phone call can launch a global initiative, and a signature on a contract can alter the course of a multinational corporation. The real power isn't about being seen. It's about having the ability to shape the world without ever needing to raise your voice. For many of these women, their influence extends beyond simply owning luxury brands. They asterisk the brands. Think of Donatella Versace, who didn't just inherit a fashion house but became its heart and soul, steering its creative vision into the modern era. Or consider Tatiana Santo Domingo, a member of Monaco's royal family, who co-founded a business dedicated to promoting sustainable fashion long before it became a mainstream trend. These women merged their immense wealth with a powerful personal vision. Their names are synonymous with style, innovation, and a forward-thinking approach to business. They are not just consumers of culture. They are its creators, using their platforms to set trends, champion causes, and build legacies that are as enduring as they are stylish. Their empires are not built on fashion and luxury alone. They are diversified, sophisticated, and forward-looking, spanning the realms of art, technology, and global philanthropy. These women think in terms of dynasties, not dividends. One might spend millions at an auction to acquire a rare Picasso, not as a trophy, but as a strategic investment in cultural heritage. Another might quietly invest hundreds of millions into a fledgling AI startup, betting on a technology that will reshape our future. And their influence doesn't stop at their own portfolios. They are a formidable force for good, funding ocean conservation projects to protect the very seas their yachts sail upon, establishing educational foundations to empower the next generation, and championing medical research to solve some of the world's most pressing health crises. They wield their wealth not just as a tool for personal gain, but as a lever to effect meaningful global change. Ultimately, if you look past the brilliant diamonds, the gleaming yachts, and the fairy tale galas, you'll discover something far more compelling. Beneath the surface of this unparalleled luxury lies a deeper, more profound kind of power. It's the power to command attention without demanding it, to broker peace between corporate rivals over a cup of tea, and to change the world with a single phone call, a decisive signature, or one bold, visionary decision. These are the queens of Monaco, and they are not just living in a world of fantasy. They are the architects of our reality, proving that the most valuable asset isn't what you own, but what you have the power to create, to influence, and to change forever.